So the front of the beast is complete, but we still have 100 manufacturers to go, brother. Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory, where last time we started gathering all of the materials in our bees to construct our biggest project ever. The Beast 3, a super massive crystal oscillator factory that's going to build 264 of them a minute. However, we'll have to build 140 manufacturers for this one production line. And so far we completed what you see before you, which is 40, which represents about 30% of the entire project, which is not a lot. But man oh man does it look good. Anyway though, today will be kind of a part 2 of the last episode, where we're gonna be setting up the other 100 manufacturers. So it's gonna be a doozy. And remember to leave a like. Alright though, this is the overview of the floor space we're working with. Good news, we have a lot of space and things are very, very organized here. So, just as an overview, all of the items for all the manufacturers are already load balanced and can be evenly distributed from this corner here. We have an elevator section right beside it to bring things up and down. And then the rest of the floor space, aside from where the centerpiece is pretty much all free reign, and we can do whatever we want. However, we still have to follow a bit of an order of operations here and figure out where everything exactly is gonna be. Like, we need 100 manufacturers. This is only 40, so we have to keep a lot of this in mind. This is gonna be like insane. And I think there's only one thing I know right now, and that is over on this side of the factory, we kind of have this trench here, and underneath, this is where all of the AI limiters are being constructed. And I already know it would be super, super cool if we could put manufacturers on the other side here. Maybe like centered like right here or something? Sure. And yeah, we could have manufacturers there, and then we could have belts coming across here. So if we had like a ton of belts across here, dude, when we're underneath, this is gonna look amazing. Because I already got this beautiful walkway going through here, and then with just more belts over top, it's gonna look magical, man. Magical! Yes. This is all like a fever dream right now though. Oh, what are the implications of building a manufacturer here? Well, number one, we're gonna have to do all the load balancing here and waste a lot of space, but again, it's gonna be worth it. Like, the look is gonna just be too spicy, brother. And then, oh, that's really good. Okay, we have enough room behind here to fit a merger. So we can just go ahead, plop those guys down, and all of the crystal oscillators can scoot out. Okay, that is super omega good. And then the next thing is, how many manufacturers can we fit on this like shelf here? And ideally we can fit 10, because we're gonna be breaking this project down into groups of 20 manufacturers here. So if we could have like 10 just along this row, and then stack another 10 on top, that means we have 20, and this will all work out just fine. Oh yeah, bud. Looks like we're good. So we can get the 10 here. We have an extra tile right in the middle. So this is where all the crystal oscillators can leave from. Or we could have like a bridge or something here. And we are all good. So 5, 5. Stack this up on top. That means we have 20. And then we'll probably double that again. So we have 40 just on this huge wall here. And then maybe we could have some like exports going like outside the wall. Hello? Let me outside, thank you. Yeah, we could have some of the exports going outside the wall, going up, down, adding like a little bit of character, and that should look pretty good. Okay, but that was like the easiest part here. I was fairly certain that's what we're gonna do, and it looked like we had enough space as well. But that's only 40. We still have another 60 to build, 40, 80, wait, yes, 60 to build. So we need another set of 40 somewhere. It's kind of looking like we have a bit of space here, but that's a little close together. And like I mentioned earlier, we have like a major item elevator going up through here. So if we built like manufacturers in this location, it'd block off a lot of belt work. So let's just go over here first. It's another kind of big chunk of area. So what could we do? Well, all of the belts are there. I think the belts are just gonna be complete spaghetti, by the way. I'm trying to think like of having like a main belt highway going through this whole area, but I don't know if that's gonna work, man. It's just too crazy. So yeah, let's try and build like a few manufacturers here. But with this space, we also have this area too. And right here, it's just an empty space. Like it has no purpose. However, it's right beside our airport, right here. And across the bridge is our main way up. So this is the hypertube I always like go up of. Then I come to this point, then I usually fly around from here. So it would be nice if we had something interesting here. Maybe another hypertube elevator? Maybe we just use this as like a transport area for like finished goods? I'm not sure. But you know what? Yeah. This would be a super nice place just to leave open. I don't know what for, but like moving up in our base, it is going to be so nice if we can just randomly have just an area to do things. I don't know what it'll be for. It's like our X factor. So let's cancel this out. Let's build a wall around here to kind of like protect it. I don't know. All right, and that means we have this much space to work with. Okay, so how many manufacturers could we build here? Let's go like right up to the wall too. Maybe not like right up to the wall, maybe like here. There we go. I want things to be like along this line. There's room behind here. Yes, there is. All right, seems good, seems good. Okay. And let's just try and build 5. You know what? Let's just try and build 5. If we could build 5, that means we could get another 5 on the other side. Like just across from it, right over there. Ah, but immediately I find out there's not enough space here. Cool, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we need 5. Well, maybe there's enough space if we squish everything together. I usually like to keep like the gap in between because it looks good, but bruh, I prefer this actually worked here. Oh, bud, and luckily it does work out. We really had to squish everything together, but we have 2 tiles to spare over here. Oh boy, so that's 10 here. We can stack this 4 times. That's another 40 done. Great. So now we need another 20. Okay, well, let's kind of take stock of our floor. We could combine all of these lines together and have them go through here, out this way, and then out that way. And then that's pretty good. We could stop over some of the lines over to here, stop some lines over to here. We have a ton of space in this section to get all of these guys fed. And then that kind of leaves, yeah, back here again. Okay. Again, it's not like the ideal spot, but it's kind of working out this way, eh? So let's go that way. And yeah, all the belts go out that way, and it kind of makes a giant horseshoe. So arbitrarily, let's just say we had a wall here, just like to give us some kind of limitation. And then we just build off to the right. Ah, well that'd be super cool if we had materials. One moment, please. Boom. I found out again that the exosuit mod that has a burst, like sprint thing, and it actually works out. You just have to press control. I don't know if it was switched or something, but I recently remembered it. And it is dang handy, especially when you're running around a floor like this, brother. But you know what's not dang handy? Not being prepared for a project, brother. Skirt. Let me in. Oh, well, that's one way to travel down our base. Aha, but that allows us to boop right back here. All right, so can we get, ooh, let's just try and get like 5. If we could get 5 manufacturers, it's not like ideal. Oh, but bud, it'll work out just fine. Okay, dude. By the way, you can press like control, and it's super, super handy because then it lines up your buildings automatically. There we go. That's 4. I can't count. I was super excited there for a moment. Please, dude. That's 5. Ooh, well. So we can stack this up 4 times and we have the final 20. So 40, 20, and the other 40 over there. Is this the whole 9 yards? Have we done it? I think we have. Now, one thing here you might be noticing is a lot of the manufacturers aren't like focused on being shown in the outer walls. And that's just because, honestly, I'm kind of scared of this project, okay? Like, we already did the first 40, and that took like 20 hours. So we're gonna mainly focus on making these manufacturers look good in the base. And then just be like a cool area to walk around. And not only that, but the front is free. That side, we don't really see that often, so I don't particularly care. The back has all the spines over there. And then we have another mega project looming, which is our new train station tower, which will be bringing items all the way up and over into this part of the base too. So yeah, there's too many variables over here right now. So we're just gonna keep it inside. And if we're keeping things inside, I wanna do some cool pathing stuff. Like I was saying with this is like one of my favorite parts of the base. Just being able to like go down this pathway. And I wanna have stuff like that up here too. So let's kind of plan out a walkway. And we do have this big open space here. Maybe we could have a place to walk up here. Yeah, kind of planned out a little hallway going this way. We could have a staircase heading up here, or maybe like a hyper tube. And then, yeah, okay, so then we could have like hallways going from here. Well, this whole square is used up by a million manufacturers. Oh, but wait! Oh, wait a second. We can have windows looking into it. That looks so cool. So we get up to this floor. This is like where the hypertube leaves us. And we immediately are greeted with all these manufacturers rocking and rolling. All right, we are super doing that. Then hallway-wise, we come out this way. This is all used up. Doot. So we'd have a wall there. I don't know what's going on over here. But we could have like a hallway going down this way now. Okay. And that could bring us straight to down here. Then we could look over all the belts and stuff. All right. That's a cool idea. Doot. We obviously have to go by our power grid area too. So we'd have like a little hallway junction here. Doot. This hallway goes down here to there, goes down here. We'd have like entrances over to here so we could like do belt work. Then we scoot on down this way. Doodly-do. Right on. And then we do something over here. But it'd also be nice if we're a little higher up. We're gonna have belts and stuff going all around here. If we're higher up and had like a vantage of things, it would be a lot nicer. Or a lot more nice. Okay, I like the hallway idea we're getting here, but let's try and focus on building the hallways at this height. Yeah, then we can like look down on things and we're like surrounded by belts. Like, I'll show, this is literally the perfect example. That's why I keep showing it. But just like this, like there's belts above, there's belts below. There's so much spaghetti, and it's just so freaking cool. There's so much movement. Yeah. Okay, so then if we have the floors up at that height, we are good to go. Right on. Well, I think then we have our general layout, meaning I think I'm just gonna flesh out the ideas we've come up with, and then we'll go from there. Right on. So we have our main factory layout all said and done, and I am pretty excited about it. Also, something else cool happened, but check it out. Exactly 500 hours, brother! It's too early for that. But yeah, we hit 500 hours on our playthrough, which is pretty neat. Completely arbitrary, but hey, I got the save at like the exact second. Excited to share. Anyway though, aside from that randomness, I pushed these guys out a little bit more, so we had more room in the middle here, and I'm hoping that we can get like a walkway through now. Or maybe we could even walk through ourselves. Cause like windows are nice and all, but like being able to walk through the belts, that's kind of my jam. Then I just pushed this hallway a little bit further back, built up the walls a bit so we could see what's going on. And then over down this way, pretty much everything's the same, just got the floors in. And yeah, I realized we have a little bit of space right here, but we're gonna leave it. Yeah, we're gonna leave this here. I think we're gonna be doing all of our belt shenanigans at this point Because when we bring over the belts, like they come in that U shape, right? There's enough space here to distribute them all between all the floors of what this is gonna be. Yeah, because this huge space over here is gonna be used for distributing the belts to all of these manufacturers. And like, if you think this trench is crazy, oh boy, once the manufacturers are belted, bruh, I don't even know. And speaking of belting, it's about time we started with that here. And we're gonna work on this project in like section by section. So we'll start with this part, move over to that part, and then finally end up over there. So starting here, things shouldn't be all too crazy, honestly. We've done all of like the load balancing over here. So at this stage, we have to overflow and just do a little bit of splitting, like maybe even just one split. Because each group of 20 uses 1/7 of our inputs. And we've already broken down all of our inputs into like groups of 7. Like we have load balancers that break the 1 belt into 7 even belts. So yeah, that'll be fine. So we'll have the input here and it will have to split up. We have 3 inputs, so, oh bud, we have 3 inputs. You know what that means. We can have a conveyor wall. Dude, all right, that is super rad. I love using conveyor walls. Okay, so we can do that. We can have this over here. Okay, we could have this up over here. I'm just kind of like freeballing this. That could go up like that. This could move forward. It can come over. And then everything kind of goes back. Dude, all right. I'm seeing the matrix, the belt matrix. That goes to there. This goes to here. That goes to there. This overflows over this way now. Okay. And what we're just gonna do is we're gonna stack up all of the splitters. So we could start, well, we have to kind of start like back here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 manufacturers, so that's the middle. And this is the end. Yeah. All right. We can start the splitters off like here. Right, so this is like the first input. Say this is like plastic. I'm not sure what it will be yet. Doesn't particularly matter. We can kind of fiddle with everything later on. All right. Almost all right. All right. All right, cool. And now we just bring this belt over to here. Nice, and then we bring it over to the end. Very cool. And the whole reason we have that belt is so we can put more splitters on the belt. To here, just gotta make sure they line up properly. And at this point, you're probably picking up what I'm putting down, right, brother? You'd better believe it. So we can just do this on the other side, and now we just have to get the 3 input belts from here. Well, that shouldn't be too bad. We have like a whole tile of space. We have done so much madness with so little space. I am sure we can figure this out. First, we're gonna need one of these bad boys. We just throw you in there. You come to here, you go over there. Super happy. Okay, now you are the next easy one. Let's get you over this way. You will face in this direction. I know it looks weird, but there's a reason, trust me guys. Okay, it looks weird and doesn't work. Never mind. All right, but the idea was solid. Just had to skedoodle it around a little bit. And that means you go to there. And now we have to get this one over to the other side. And that's where things get a little bit more spooky. So that will have to go and crisscross a bit. Yep, a lot more spooky. And also we have to remember that if we're crisscrossing, this one's gonna have to crisscross over too. All right, now we have the last bit of the puzzle. All right, and it's a little crazy, but brother, checks out. So that'll get all the items, yeah, just distributed perfectly. It overflows, and that is GG. Just have to copy this over here, stack it up 4 times, and that is done, brother. All right, but now looks-wise. That was a tiny, tiny amount of space used, and we're gonna be wasting like a ton of foundations now. Was that worth it? I'm considering like we're not doing the window anymore, but we could have like a walkway going up through the middle here, go above like that trunk of belts, and then that could be our main staircase up to the next floor of this manufacturing area. And we can keep using this area as like the staircase. And it would look really cool because we have freaking manufacturers going all over the place. Okay. I'm logically putting myself in this position. Seems to be pretty good. You could always do the staircase in here too. Or over here. We have a lot of space actually. How about this? We call this good. We build this entire system and then we move on. If we run out of space later on, well, we don't really want to do that. There's so many belts, man. There's 77 belts for inputs over there. I might have some regrets for doing this, but we're gonna do this. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Current, present Kibs, thank you. Thank you so much. Do you guys see the problem? Bruh, this would have been a disaster. If we built this over here, there'd be 2 spaces here. It would be uneven. I would lose my literal mind. Oh. I bet you guys were already typing in the comments, don't do it, Kibs. Okay. Oh, saved, actually saved. We're gonna move all these guys back 1 tile thing. And then yeah, we're just gonna stick with this. Or we could bring it forward. No, no, yes, no, we push this back. All right, let's do that. Then I'll stack up the design and yeah, honestly, this is kind of like done. Well, done in the way of us having to think about it. Of course, repeating the pattern a bunch of times takes a little while, but that's all right. Cause now it's looking fantastic and everything is all hooked up. And it wasn't too bad, really wasn't. The walls are just so flat though, it's so strange. I don't know. It's a real trippy pattern. I really hope we can get a pathway through here. Unfortunately, the pattern we did on the back wall for distributing everything blocks out pretty much the entire back wall. So I don't know. We might be able to like find a way through here with a walkway or something like that. Maybe later on, but we're not gonna really mess with that right now. I'm just happy this is done and I wanna move over to the next set of manufacturers. Only thing of note though, is that the outputs are going this way. Why are they going this way? I don't know. I just think it would add a little bit of spice once we get to the rest of the belting. Or not, who really knows. What I do know is I wanna get these guys hooked up now. So this is 10 manufacturers again, so it's kind of like the same deal where we need to split up our lines. So we could just go to the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like right here, and then we can do the same thing with the really tall lines going in both directions. And I'm trying to imagine why I wouldn't do that. The only concern really would be that we couldn't walk from here into this space. There'd be the manufacturers right in front. This thing's super tall, so it'd block out our walking path. But maybe we could go over top? Maybe we just figure out that part later? Okay, let's give it a shot then. All right, so I filled in 5 machines worth of belts here, and just to get like a good look at it. And good news, bad news. Good news, we could easily get a pathway through here. Like just like half of the space available above the belts. So that's cool. And then also from underneath, how does it look? Yeah, it doesn't look good. We have to do this like angled thing because there's the different heights of all the splitters. And like I tried using the doodads, like the conveyor lifts to make them like straight lines, but it didn't really work out. And this like angle, it's just not doing it, man. So let me go ahead and try out some different kind of design on the other side, and then we can compare and contrast. Right on. So I figured out a new design that flattened out all the belts, and yeah, it's like night and day. It's so much better than like this angled thing going on. And also from below, I already know. Oh yeah, this is all I wanted. Just a really cool thing to look at. And remember, we're stacking this up another, like, what is it, 3 times? Yeah, that's gonna look amazing, dude. Instead of this kind of weave thing. Yep, Works out, works out. And you know what? The solution wasn't even too bad either. So it uses an extra foundation of space here, but we go from the main splitter, and then we overflow through splitters again. Just this time, we split things up using this platform to kind of finagle the lines so that they all just go straight ahead. So yeah, this middle one goes down to the middle here. This one just scoots over this way, and then from the top splitter, goes around, goes down the lift, and away it goes. Now, is this possible from one foundation? Maybe, but I'm kind of just happy with this, honestly. It works out for me. Also, when we go over top of here and we have our walkway, we can have our walkway like right here, right at this level. Yeah, we could even like have the walkway go across and have it, wait a second, let me try something. How close can we build walkways to manufacturers? Because like my idea that I'm kind of cooking up right now is if we could have these over here, that'd be kind of nice too, but we can't. Oh, we super can. I know we can. Just the price. The price to do it. Oh, and of course I did the belts behind for some reason. Ah, the price is so high. We'd have to move all of the manufacturers back like just like a little meter there. Whoa, but then we can add these in. Is that really worth it? Do I need it? I'm like, what am I doing? Trying to convince myself it's not? It's super worth it. Super, super worth it. And then for down here then, it's kind of gonna look weird if we just have this here and just kind of floating there, right? Like, yeah, this would go all the way around in like a loop. So I want like a wall beneath it. But now things get real spicy. We're pushing the limits, brother. What about that? Okay, that would work. We'd have to push you back though, just a little bit further. So like to there. Okay, now we get the wall in. Then we could just use a door wall here and bring a belt through it. Yes, of course, I already know this will work. Just a cool tip for you guys. And then yeah, we'd have something to rest kind of our balcony on. Neat. Now, this is an incredible cost, and a truly incredible cost. Because number one, do we have enough room back here? Oh my god, okay. Okay, that's actually the main thing. We have enough room back here. Okay, that's fantastic. And then the other cost though, is we'd have to like add in more clicking, like in between here to make things work. Which kinda is an oof. Because like my clicker finger gets sore having to click this much. But it's so worth it. You know, this is what I'm gonna do. I think we have the pattern kind of figured out now. This is looking good. This will work out. And we can copy this design through the rest of here. I can change up the other side there. And then we go up. Like, yeah. The thinking behind this is done. Oh, wait. Huge discovery here as I was working on stuff. But I can save myself a ton of clicks by, check this out. I look through the window and I connect to the actual machine itself, then have this go all the way through, and there we go. I don't have to do like that mini click right over there. And that saves me like, what is it, 80? No, 160 extra clicks, brother, I'll take it. Ooh, and I just completed the first layer here, and I just want to give you guys a little taste. The first little taste of how it's gonna look. Dude, this is so freaking neat. I added in all like the walkways across, all the belts are straight. Dude, this is what had to happen. This is what had to happen. And from below, bruh, this is going to look insane. Insane once we add in the rest. I am very, 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 very pleased with this. All right, well, I have some stuff to do. You guys will get a boot. Okay, now the whole thing is done. All 4 layers, all belted together, all completed, all decorated, powers all hooked up, belts organized, looking spicy as you'd expect. Just infinite layers of detail, all going down several floors below. And you better believe that on top of all this, we're gonna have like a glass floor, And we're gonna do something else? I haven't planned that far ahead, but yeah, that's just freaking 10 out of 10, brother. Looks even better from below. And then super quick, we have this little bit of space over here. This is where we're gonna have all of the crystal oscillators end up, and we'll figure out what to do with them then. But as from the look from below, yeah, this is pretty neat. This is pretty freaking neat. I actually wanted to do something very similar to this in our season 2 playthrough, and man, I wish I could have seen that through, but this will do. This will absolutely do. Anyway though, with all that complete, that just leaves 20 more manufacturers to go. Only 20, Smile. And those are these guys down here. Honestly, I think we're just gonna go with the overflow thing with the stacked belts and call it a day. Like, right beside them is this huge wall of craziness, and there's just not gonna be enough room to really add in too much detail here. So we're just gonna do the boom boom, bing, bing, pow, and there we go, another 20 done. And man, oh man, pro tip, always start with the hardest projects first and end on the easiest one, because oh man, just putting 20 manufacturers here together was like a breeze, brother, a breeze. And yeah, it's just the exact same thing as over here, just a little bit of finicky belt stuff going on in the front, and that's it. Cool. All the power's all hooked up, all the outputs are coming out this way. We have plenty of space left in order to bring the 77 belts over here into all of our systems we just built, except it's just gonna be quite literally Belt-mageddon. Like I mentioned, there are 77 belts here, and we pretty much have to connect up an entire city. Like, compare contrast where we're at before, like, we've gone the distance, brother. 100 manufacturers? Yeah, they can take a minute, brother. They can take a minute. So we're gonna deal with Belt-mageddon next time, where we'll finally be able to get this thing fully up and running. But anyway, that's gonna be all here, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching. But have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.